Oh, hey, it's a Hangout vlog, like old days, like days and days ago, like, more like years ago. Okay, so let me be real with y'all. I've tried to record this video multiple times, and I get so scatterbrained, and I'm jumping from topic to topic. I don't have my shit in order to properly have a conversation about this topic. So this is what you're getting. So the topic is not settling. And not settling, this is a harder topic than I thought it would be to talk about. I thought, oh, I will just be a motivational speaker today and sit with you and talk to you about not settling and how can I help you not settle today. But I end up jumping from like backstory to this backstory to now to then to yesterday to tomorrow. It's like it's a tough subject. It's a lot tougher than I anticipated. And I'm going to be rambling, but you know what? We haven't hung out in a while. And maybe you guys would like a good ramble. Oh, a good raw ramble. Plus earlier I thought I saw a shadow, but I don't think I did. Not that like was that important for me to say, probably not, but I needed to make note of it. I freak myself out at home. There's nothing in my home. I just see a shadow. It's probably a car. Remember back in the day when you guys would see stuff in my videos from that other house? You'd see like orbs or whatever. You'd see stuff all the time. I don't know. Good old days. Okay, I just want to give you guys a short summary version of how to not settle or don't settle. Or maybe, I don't know. Like, I don't feel the need to give my entire life story to catch you up until why I feel the way I do now. But I'm just extremely passionate about not settling, not feeling obligated to do things. Those are probably, especially not feeling obligated. I feel like we do this too much. We do things for other people, not ourselves. We put everyone else first when we really should be putting ourselves first. You know, it's that whole concept of, you know, you can't care for your child on an airplane unless you take care of yourself first. Like, you know, with the whole oxygen mask thing, we've all seen it, we've all heard it. It's like, you can't save your kid unless you save yourself first. And I hear like, oh, you can't love anyone else if you don't love yourself first. I mean, I feel like that could be a toss-up, you know. I've read many opinions where it could go either way. And some people save their child's life instead of their own. It can go anywhere, but I just feel like being just slightly selfish isn't so bad. Because we have to take care of ourselves, you know. I think it's important to just not feel obligated. I feel like we do it every day. You know, I hear about it all the time. Like, maybe it's more of a girl problem, female problem, I don't know, or just like certain type of clique problems, or maybe just people problem. I don't know. You can totally throw your opinion down in the comments, but for example, I've had a friend who, in the past, she has multiple friends. A majority of them she doesn't really enjoy hanging out with, but it's like, well, we're friends and, you know, I haven't seen her in like a few months and we should probably go out to lunch and catch up. And then it's, I have that lunch date and I gotta go to lunch with them. And then they go to lunch with them and they're like, oh my God, I'm so glad to see you. Like, yay, like, oh yay, hugs, and they have talks. And then afterward, oh, glad that's over. I don't want to be that friend. I don't want to be that friend that someone meets up with that they feel obligated to meet up with. I don't know about you, but if someone feels obligated to hang out with me, that's gonna make me feel like shit. So because I am in control of myself and nobody else, no one is forcing me to be social with anybody. I choose it. You choose who to be social with. You're in control. And I feel like we often blame other people or blame family, we blame friends, when really you're in control. Did you know that you can say no? Did you know that that's a word that you can use? And you don't even have to give like an excuse. That's a whole nother topic. But if I don't want to hang out with somebody, I'm not going to hang out with them. If I want to hang out with somebody, I'm gonna throw the idea out. Like, hey, let's hang out. I am never going to hang out with someone I feel obligated to hang out with. I know that there are those situations, like maybe you go to a family function, you might feel a little obligated because it's family. But again, I feel like even with family, if you feel obligated to see family, don't go. Like, I hear all the time, excuse me. I hear all the time, oh, blood is thicker than water. It's your family. You only get one mom. You only get one dad. This is your blood. This is your family. This is, you have to be a part of their lives. No, you don't. Who says that? Okay, I read a quote the other day that said, traditions are peer pressure from dead people. I felt that one. You think about weddings, or you think about rituals, like, I don't know, wedding's a perfect example, or even a funeral, we have all these traditions that we follow because, we have to do this because it's tradition. It's just how we've always done it. So I just come in, I'm like, why do we have to do that? Do we have to? Is there a law? Like, a law is one thing. Like, I don't know. Is it set in stone that we have to do this? And if so, where? Can I have proof? And I'm not I'm questioning it. I'm not trying to doubt it. I just would like to understand, But, who says you have to hang out with family? Because if you feel obligated, if family makes you feel like shit, I don't want to feel like shit. So I'm not going to go somewhere that's going to make me feel like shit. Sometimes I feel like it's a 50-50 for me. I might go to a family function and maybe like 50% of me is like not obligated to go, and the other 50 is, mostly depending on the people. So you might find yourself a little stuck where you're like, I want to go because this part of my family is cool, or I like this family member. So you go because of that family member. Even though there's like these ones over here that are like, meh, so, but I feel like someone could feel that way about me. Someone might go, oh, she's coming. Oh, but I want to see this family member, like, I'm open to the idea that someone out there doesn't like me. I mean, you can't make everybody happy. And I really, really hope that I am not someone that, like a friend that someone feels obligated to be around. If not, or if I am, I would like to remove myself. Like, how when you have friends and they kind of give the hint, like you hang out for a while and then after a while, you're like, oh, we should hang out. Oh yeah, we totally should. Oh, I'm so busy. Oh, I know. I'm so busy too. And you kind of drift apart. It's like, you kind of get the hint. You're like, okay, okay, bye. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty good at getting the hint. And just being like, well, that was fun. They don't really seem interested. I'm gonna move on. I get the hint. I feel like we kind of naturally do that as a species, but there are some people that just don't get the hint. Those people, them. We all have them. You try and let them go the nice way, and they're just like completely just like, what? I don't see the hint at all. And you sometimes maybe have a mental breakdown, or you blow up and then you burn a bridge. And then you're like, well, can't go back. I've done that. I mean, I've fucked up friendships before. I mean, I don't know. And I've learned. You learn. But I just feel like feeling obligated to do something has a lot to do with settling, because you settle because you did something you felt obligated to do. So especially when it comes to a relationship, when you're not in 100%, but maybe you go too long. Like, have you ever been in a situation where you've just let too much time go by and you're like, well, if I said anything now, I'm too far in it, like, to go back. And I think that's what a lot of people do in marriages or relationships. You know, people who've been married we've been married for 40 years. Oh, 40 years. I mean, maybe I'm not happy, but I mean, I can't go back 40 years. You know, like, sometimes the number is all people have. And because I'm divorced, and because I was with my previous for like 13 years, like, we were in a relationship for 6, married for almost 7, so almost 30. It was like 12 and a half years. But that's a long time to be with one person, you know? And I remember being very proud of the number, like 10 years, 11, 12, you know, just, oh, I've been together this long. But that's all I had on it. I was so unhappy. But I settled. Because, I don't know any different. I mean, he didn't help me think I could get any different. You know, we both failed at this relationship, but I sure didn't help myself. But I couldn't find my voice. I didn't know how to find my voice, or, you know, and here's the other thing. You know, I was thinking about everyone but myself. I thought about all the people that I would disappoint. But I wasn't thinking about me. I wasn't thinking about what I want. And that was the other problem. I was putting everyone else first but myself. And I think we fail at that a lot. And I wouldn't listen to myself. And plus, I thought, I'm too deep in this. I'm legally bound. There's no getting out. And I was like, maybe someone will do it for me. Maybe he'll do it. Maybe he'll get a hint, or, you know, I realized I had to do it. Hey, if I'm the one who if I got myself stuck, I had to get myself out of it. Because that wasn't fair to him either. I mean, there was a lot of fucked up shit that happened in the relationship. Yeah. So, I mean, a lot of other things. It wasn't just me feeling settled. There was a lot of other issues. But because we had those number of years built up, it was like, oh, but we're so proud of this number. It's like, it's almost like that number, like, well, we've been together this long, so none of the bullshit matters, because we've been together this long. So now that I have changed my life completely, I've worked so hard to get to where I am now. And even you guys notice, like, you guys comment, you guys send me messages. I mean, even my friends and family have told me they can just feel and see how happy I am and how more myself I am. I worked hard to get here. Let me tell you, I tell you what, I've worked really, really fucking hard. And I'm proud to be where I am because I worked so hard. And I had to do it myself. No one could do it for me. And that is something to be proud of. That I didn't, no one held my hand along the way. No one held my hand along the way. I held my own hand, and just did it. But I feel like because I had, oh my God, I lost my train of thought. Because I had settled, and I thought that I was too deep in it, I was waiting for someone to rescue me, and I rescued myself. Where was I going? I don't remember. Oh my God. God, fuck. What was I saying? Anyway, so feeling, I felt, oh, this is where I was going. Okay, I remembered. Good thing I didn't wait like 10 minutes and you guys are like, you said this. The number of years you've been with somebody. Now that I am on the path that I'm supposed to be taking in life, and because I have found my soulmate. Like, Phil is my soulmate. You guys, I'm so in love. It's stupid. Like, it's disgusting. And we're gross. Like, you're gonna be like, oh, vomit cute. Like, I'm just smitten every day. Just thinking about him makes me so happy. I mean, I have his hoodie right here. And this is his hoodie, and it smells like him, and I think it smells good. Okay. What I was talking about, the number of years. That's all I had to show for my previous relationship, was I had this number of years. Now, when I hear someone say, oh, it's my 30th wedding anniversary, or my 20th, or my 32nd, or my 43rd, you know, however many years you've been together, 9, 5, whatever. First question that pops into my head is, cool, but are you happy? Like, are you happy? No one ever asked me that when I would say, oh, we've been dating for 3 years. No one said, oh, how's it going? Are you happy? No one ever asked. I don't know if I would have the guts to ask somebody if they're happy, but I often wonder. Like, there was someone not too long ago came into my work a few months back, and they're like, oh yeah, we've been married for 40 years now. And the first thought in my head was, are you happy? Because I know this guy he comes into my work a lot. Luckily, I'm not a server anymore. I don't have to deal with people anymore. But a few months ago, like, he's very unhappy. He flirts with other girls, and he talks about feeling stuck, and like, his wife is naggy and all that. And then it's his anniversary. It's like, well, it's my anniversary. We've been married 40 years. Yay. And I'm like, so you're happy today, like, to celebrate it, yet every other normal day you complain about her. It doesn't make sense. So to me now, I'm thinking, I don't care how long you've been with somebody. I don't care if you've been with somebody a week, a month, a year, a century. What matters, what I care about, is if you're happy. Because I've been there, being with somebody for 13 years, not being happy, like 100%. Like, I wasn't like fucking miserable. It wasn't like the worst of the worst, you know, it wasn't all terrible, but I wasn't with my soulmate. I wasn't with who I was supposed to be with. I wasn't 100% happy. And all I had to show for it was how many years we had been together. That's the only thing I was proud of. You know, it's really embarrassing when you have somebody go, what's your favorite quality in your significant other? And I had to think really hard before to be like, do I have a favorite? I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. Like, you should be proud to talk about who you're with. Hands down. That's a sign in itself. But so yeah, now I don't care if you've been together with somebody. If you are extremely happy and you've been with somebody for a long time, fuck yeah. Yeah. And I've seen that. Like, I have friends, like, that have, you know, that I saw one the other day, like, on Facebook, like, a friend of mine, they were like, it's our 20-something odd year anniversary, and they show pictures of them all together, and they're happy, and they're like, I love you, and then they comment to each other back and forth. It's like so fucking cute. It's disgusting. They're like, I love you, I can't wait till more years, and all that, and they're just being gross and cute, and I've seen them in person where they just, it's right. So I'm not saying that, like, everyone who's been with somebody for however many years is, like, not happy. I'm just saying what matters to me is you're happy. If you've been happily married for 45 years, more power to you. Fuck yeah. Like, yeah. I think that's rare. I think it's rare to actually find who you're supposed to be with and then be happy forever. Like, I think that's rare to be with somebody for that long, if that's what I mean. Like, to find somebody when you're super young and to be continuously happy for the rest of your life with them, I think is rare, because we we settle when we're so young. And we think we have to grow up so fast when we're young. And if you guys haven't heard of Saturn's return, please look it up. Please. When I went through my separation, a friend of mine also went through her separation, and she told me about Saturn's return. She's like, I think you went through Saturn's return. I'm not even going to describe it because that could be a video in itself. Look it up, read about it. It's trippy for me. I think it's different for everybody, but the thing that stood out to me the most was we make too many serious decisions when we're so young. And can you even think of a decision that you wanted to make when you were like 14? Like what you wanted then, and then think about what you want now, and what if you would have just gone with that when you were 14? You know, like what if you married your first boyfriend that you've ever had, or girlfriend, or whoever you dated? What if you were like, well, I'm going to stay with them? Like, how do you think that would have panned out? You know? What if that's what we wanted back then, you know? But, I don't know. I mean, think about, I don't know. I get frustrated because so many people settle, and I don't think religion helps it at all. Especially, you know, I feel like we do things out of obligation with church and religion all the time. I don't go. I don't do that. I don't do it. No. My time's valuable, remember? And I don't do things out of obligation. So, I do me, you do you. And I don't judge nobody. And I don't want anyone judging me. But, I don't know. I feel like naturally we judge. Anyway, I'm ranting. I'm trailing off. But, I think, you know, when it comes to religion, me now being on the outside of it, looking in, I'm just like, what the fuck kind of cloud was I in? And, you know, okay, this is really messed up. But, you know, in churches, you're like, oh, you have to wait till marriage to have sex. I think it's stupid. I think it's stupid to wait. You know what? If you're going to do it, be safe, be responsible. You know, hey, you know, being young and sleeping with whoever, you know, that is a commitment. That's a decision that you're making as a young person, you know, or however old you are, you're making that decision. And be responsible, be respectful, be nice, you know, do your thing. Figure out what you like and what you don't like. As I sure didn't do that. If I had known what I was getting into when I got married, maybe that would have had an influence on me not getting married. But I was told, wait till marriage. Wait till marriage. So yeah, I waited till marriage. Don't do it. It's a trap. Don't do it. I think it's a setup for separation. And maybe there's a few cases where it's not a setup, where maybe ironically it works out and it's meant to be. I'm not going to shoot it all down. I'm just saying, for the most part, you need to figure out what you like and what you don't like, who you are, what you want to do, what you don't want to do, you know, who you want to be with, who you don't want to be with. You know how many toxic relationships people have been in, whether or not they are intimate? I mean, I don't know where the rules come from, but I don't know. I think it's just fucked up. Especially like the concept of divorce too. So many times there have been many people who have cut me out because I chose divorce, where I'm like, oh, so because I chose divorce, I'm the bad person, even though there was a bunch of fucked up shit that happened. Like, again, I'm not putting the full blame on my ex, but I had my reasons, like the reasons. And it's like, oh, so you would rather me stay in an emotionally abusive relationship for the sake of being married because God doesn't agree with divorce. Like, it just blows my mind that, oh, well, you didn't try hard enough, or oh, you didn't do this, or oh, you didn't do that, or no, divorce is bad, you have to stay in it. How many people do you think stay in a relationship, marriage, whatever, because they've settled or they feel obligated to because of religion? And how many people are going to live out the rest of their days unhappy? Okay, this topic just makes me mad. Because of where I was, and because I took that risk of divorce and was like, I am not happy. And honestly, this is what I told myself. This is what changed my mind and my outlook on all of it. I thought I got to such a low point about maybe 3 years ago, 2.5, almost 3 years ago, where I was like, well, I'm trying to mentally I'm playing this game in my head, like trying to figure out, okay, how am I going to live every day? Okay, I have to have a plan on how I'm going to deal with him and what we're going to do in our life. And I thought, this is just what my plan will be, and this is how I'll do it, and I'll just be free when I'm dead. And then I was like, that's kind of fucked up. And that thought started my thought process on how do I change this? And I thought it took me a while to realize I had to do it. And I've never regretted a day. And maybe the fact that I had to do it myself is what makes me feel the greatest. Because I did it. And I feel like it was best for both people. And I ended up finding who I'm supposed to be with. And that's why it's all worth it. Even being in a relationship previous, and as shitty as it was, and as horrible as it was worth it because I learned so much, and I got out of it, and I'm where I'm supposed to be. And that's where I just tell everybody, it's worth it. It's worth the risk. What's the worst that can happen? You'd end up alone. But would you rather end up alone and possibly maybe happier, or with somebody unhappy? You might be happier alone, rather than being stuck and miserable. But I think, we play the victim a lot. People go, oh, I can't get out of it. Oh. And it's like, you can. And that's the other thing that I'm very passionate about currently in the last couple weeks is change your mindset of can't to won't and don't. So it's not that I couldn't leave that marriage before, it's that I wouldn't. It's not that I can't, it's not that I can't be a doctor, it's that I don't want to. It's not that I can't take a month off of work and go on vacation. I totally could if I wanted to, but I don't want to because I want to save my money, So if you change your mindset, and this is where obligation comes into it, it's not that I can't hang out with that friend, it's that I don't want to. It's that I won't. Instead of I can't do that, or I could never do that. No, I could, but I don't want to. Sure, I could be a nurse. I don't want to. I could, be a teacher's aide. I don't want to. I could have children. I don't want to. Birth them. My boyfriend has great children, and they're mine. They're my favorite. I could birth a thing, but I don't want to, and I won't. So I think, being a little more confident in what we want in life helps with us to not settle. But I feel like, we settle in sometimes daily things, daily routine, whatever. But on those big things like friendships, relationships, jobs, where you live, don't settle just because it's safe. You are worth so much more than what you give yourself credit for. Everybody deserves to be with their soulmate. Everybody deserves happiness and to be happy wherever they are. And because I am where I am, I'm like, everyone deserves this. I felt stuck before, And that's why I get angry, because I think of all the people who are stuck right now and who can't get themselves out of where they're stuck. Either they won't, or they won't. It's not that they can't, it's that they won't. Nothing is impossible. It's not impossible. I think maybe certain situations make it a little harder. So when it's harder, like, you know, like here's a typical scenario. You have a husband and a wife. Let's say the wife is severely unhappy. Let's say the husband's like abusive or whatever. And the wife is like, I've got 3 kids. I'm a stay-at-home mom and I don't have a job. He brings in all the money. I have no way of supporting myself and getting out from under where I am. So I can't leave him because I have nowhere to go. Here's the thing. You can leave him because there are resources out there. You find someone, whether that be family, a friend. It's not that you can't. It's that you won't. And it's not necessarily your fault. It's that there are obstacles in the way that make it a little more difficult to make that happen. So she could, you know, that unhappy wife with her 3 kids, she could just leave. She could just get in her car and just, I don't know, leave, go somewhere. I mean, you could sleep in your car. I'm not saying to do that, but it's like, you can leave. You can actually like just get in a car and just leave, or just walk, just walk somewhere. You can leave. You have every right. You have every ability to leave. Will it be comfortable? Probably not. Like, you know, I mean, if you want to get really literal, like I'm getting like super fucking literal. Like if you were in a spot and you're like if you're at work and you're like, I am working my 4-hour shift, and you think, oh, I can't leave work right now. I can't leave. I'm in the middle of work. It's, I don't want to leave because I'm working. I'm not going to leave because I'm working. It's not that you are totally capable of walking out of your job, but are you going to? No, because you need to get paid. You need to keep that job. So it's that you won't walk out because you need it. You are perfectly capable of leaving anytime you want. You are perfectly capable of just shitting in the middle of a floor in a restaurant, but you don't because you want to poop in a toilet. It's like, think about it. If I really wanted to, I could just piss on the carpet instead of the toilet. I could brush my teeth in the toilet if I want. It's not that I can't. It's that I probably shouldn't, and I'm not going to because I don't want to. So I don't know. Just think about it, about what you can and can't, what you won't do versus what you can't do. Maybe there's things like, I mean, I can't jump up and fly. Like that is a literal can't. I can't jump. I can't sprout wings and fly. Like I literally can't do that. That is definitely something I can't do. Can I jump off the roof? Sure. I don't want to because I know the consequence, you know? So I don't know. Just, it's fun to just play around with it. It is getting a little bit literal, and some people don't like that. I just think it's funny just to be like, what's stopping me from taking a shit on the carpet? Logic. Like, I don't want to shit on the carpet because you know what's going to happen? I'm going to have to clean up my shit off the carpet. I don't want to do that. So I don't want to do that. I don't. I'm not going to because I won't. So anyway, I've ranted about that whole thing. I feel like this video is long enough. If you like this, let me know. Thumbs it up, comment. Let me know your thoughts about things down below. If you want more videos like this, maybe I'll make time for more. I don't know. It's gonna take a fuck ton of time for this to upload. But it is what it is. I did a rant about not settling. And this video turned out a heck of a lot better than the previous ones. Also, my hair is a million colors. I don't know if you can see it. Let's go in a window. I do my own hair. Oh my God, I've been sitting so long. Oh my God. Okay, so there is purple and green. You see this? There's green and purple. And then I did this morning. It's like, it looks like pink. I look like an oil spill. Like, there's a plethora of colors in my hair. And you know what? I did not do any of this on purpose. You know, it was green and then I dyed it black. And this is not black. Where did purple come from? I haven't put purple in my hair at all. Well, I had like a teal and green, and then I put black, and the black literally turned it purple. However, I don't know where the fuck this grit. I dyed my whole hair black, and then this happened. And then I put these little bleach streaks in it, which turned it like pink. These little pink bits. I don't know. It's weird. And it's different. But I like it. Okay. Well, I'm going to talk to you guys later. This is such a long video. Oh my God. Okay. Bye.